Hello, my name is Fada Romero, and today I'm going to talk about the educational system in Colombia and around the world. Reflections. Previously, we saw some educational systems in the world that stand out for their high quality in contrast to the situation in Colombia. We found that successful systems have in common that they invest in the quality of education and teacher training. Although each has its own evaluation system and its regular conduct. For Colombia, there are certain reflections that I have made, and I believe that they could help to improve the quality of the system. Initially, one of the key problems that we see in Colombia is the lack of resources for education, which means that the preparation of both teachers and students are mediocre and limit themselves to a basic knowledge areas without motivating the student to innovate in learning. In addition, these resources should also be used for the infrastructure of schools in Colombia, which, as we well know, lacks appropriate places, especially in rural areas where schools are largely abandoned due to lack of maintenance. On the other hand, it's also necessary a better remuneration for teachers who works hard and have had often to go into national strike due to non-compliance by the government. This situation is unfair. For them and discourage people to work with quality and in an effective and reasonable way. The minimum that a person expects when performing a job is a fair remuneration in the established time, otherwise it becomes an abuse. Another reflection that it's important for Colombia, it needs to put aside the gaps and allow access to all levels for education for children and young people because education is the most powerful weapon for development. If we don't have an educated people, we will never advance from the position in which we are. If people continue living without knowing how to read and how to write, we will continue in the ignorance. It's worrying to see the figures of illiterate people in Colombia. So that is where we ask ourselves what they can do to obtain their livelihood if they don't meet the basic requirements to access a job. It's not a very fair that a person who's born in a privileged home has the opportunity to access to quality education for this resource, while many children and young people in the field cannot go to study. Perhaps it's not assumed that all citizens are equal and we have the same rights. It's important for education to be a tool that we all can access, as in some development countries where it's not a right but a duty, that all citizens of a certain age attend to school. Thank you very much.